and welcome to the Community Lounge at TechEd Europe 2009. I'm in Berlin, and so is one of my good friends from Ionetta, Damir. Damir, introduce yourself and tell them what MVP expertise you're in.
My name is Damir Tomicic. I'm a managing director of Maximum Group, an international company focused on new technologies, and my MVP expertise is solution architect.
Right. So what are you doing at TechEd?
Yeah, a lot of different things. Meeting friends, there are great parties going on around here, like yesterday, the Berlin party.
Yep,
so
the Berlin
no chance
party.
to miss that. But frankly, I'm a speaker. I'm speaking about a very interesting topic, multi-touch. Formerly known as, many guys told me under Windows we had this already. It's called Control-Alt-Delete. Multi-touch, no.
The three-finger salute, absolutely.
Yeah, but today there are new displays, new technologies, and you can use your hands to manipulate applications, to use them, navigate. And I will introduce new concepts in Windows 7 with Silverlight, how to use it, how to develop new user experience, and hopefully have a great session tomorrow, and a podium discussion on Friday. At the same time, I'm also with my friends from Ionetta, International .NET Association, next to MVP booth. We're also tightly connected, both community-driven organizational programs, and meeting with guys, discussing, doing a lot of interesting things.
Okay, so you mentioned Ionetta, so just give us, a couple of sentences about Ionetta so people understand what it is, what they can get out of joining Ionetta, and who are the right people in community to join Ionetta?
All those questions are the reason why Ionetta exists. Almost everyone in their daily life is on a certain point where they said, I have to ask someone, I need help, I don't get it. And the perfect solution would be to go out, to meet someone and to ask him the question. Normally just a wish. With Ionetta become a reality. Every month there are small so-called user groups, just meeting points with people with same interest and .NET technology meet and discuss all open issues or open questions together, and of course have some fun. Additionally to discussion, there are some sessions, other members talking about their experience about using new technologies. So that's the perfect place to meet and to discuss all those things. Of course, it's not that easy to organize such an event. You need a venue, you need something to drink, something to eat, you need a speaker. All those questions are mostly not solved, and the person who is running those events have a hard time. And Ionetta is helping in this case. So we are taking care for sponsorship, we are taking care for all those issues and trying to help this guy who is running the user group, who is running the event, and help them in organizing such events. And meanwhile, Ionetta is an international organization all over the world, divided in 5 regions. In Europe we have more than 370 user groups today, several 100,000 developers, which is really great success. Even in Germany, we are now in Germany, there are almost 60 user groups.
Great. So really Ionetta is all about helping communities, especially from a user group perspective, grow, be sustainable, and get the right things at the right time to enable them to be successful.
Exactly. Like MVP programs, those are the individuals who have a very specific technology expertise. They are experts in their area, and they are perfect speakers for user groups. And Ionetta are all people interested in technology, who have some questions, who have interest in discussing this. So like MVP program in Ionetta fits perfectly together.
And it's a very happy relationship we have.
Definitely.
So you mentioned that you're going to be doing some networking with various different people. Now I know you're a great networker, and I know you do a lot for the community. So tell me some of the things that you've done to get recognized as an MVP.
Yeah, I started as every other Ionetta member. I would say I was interested in technology, so I started meeting people and asking questions. I went to events and started asking questions. At a certain point of time I realized, hey, I know some things that I can tell everyone else. So I started speaking. So But small steps, I get in touch with many people and they ask me, can you visit us here? Can you go there and do the same? Because our friends in other cities have the same problems, they would like to see you. And with the time, somehow, I started speaking all over the world and started learning more and more, get into this, and it become my hobby, not only obsession, not only something that I love, but also a really great activity. And one day someone from Microsoft called me and said, hey, you are very active, you are engaged, we would like to recognize your efforts and give you an award. And then I get into this MVP thing and noticed that there are a lot of very interesting people around there. And since then I learned many new friends, I learned much more about technology than I ever dreamed that I will. And there are a lot of benefits of just being part of this great ecosystem.
Well, we're glad to have you as an MVP. And do you have any websites or anything that you want to mention so people can go and see what you're doing?
Definitely. There are two websites, europe.ineta.org. Just go to the website, apply for membership, or think about building a user group. Or if you are not quite sure, you just need some other information, go to my website, tomicic.de.
Okay.
You'll find everything else.
And so, what got you into IT?
Well, I was always somehow excited about technology. And as a small child, I tried to deconstruct everything.
Ah.
And my father thought, since he's destroying everything, perhaps you should learn how to do it properly.
Well, and maybe put it back together again? That would also be cool. I'm sure your mother would have appreciated that.
Yeah, it's ended up that now run software that help those guys who are now trying to deconstruct everything.
Brilliant.
It works.
So childhood passion turned into a reality of a job.
And on a certain point of time I started with my own company, now running internationally. It was a very good decision. I'm still happy about it.
Good, good. So is there anything in particular that you love about IT?
IT is not boring. There's always something new. There are a lot of jobs, they don't change that much over the time. You do your job, you get really good in that, and after 10 years you know everything, and somehow it gets boring. There is no something like that in the IT. On one point of time you learned everything and the new technology is there. And you start learning again. And this, starting every year, every second year with new things, exploring new ways, getting better, but still being forced to learn new things, that's something challenging and something that I really love about the IT. That's, for me, the perfect decision.
Great, because you're what you would describe as a very keen learner.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and so with all of the things that you do, and I know you do a lot of different things, from running your own business, participating and running iNeta, but doing a lot of community work as well. What's your biggest challenge that you find? What's your biggest IT challenge?
The biggest IT challenge that I focus on, it's something that I've learned over time, is how to simplify everything. We have great technologies, we have great possibilities, and the majority of people end up in installing things and trying to fix them and trying to make them work. So my biggest challenge is to create applications that people understand. They are native, they are somehow easy to use and easy to understand. And I think that at a certain point of time technology is good enough and that we should start thinking about ways how to improve the ways how we're using the applications. How to connect the community worldwide, benefit from a number of people who are using the systems today, connecting through the internet, and allow them to make something out of it. And that's the biggest challenge, I think, not only for me, for all of us.
So talking of my last question, talking about the future, what do you see as the future of IT?
Apart from being simplified, is today we stick with keyboard and mouse somehow, and we have a laptop and that's computer, and if you want to do something with computer you get to your laptop and that's it. And I think the laptop is dead. There is no future in laptop. Today, first step, we have mobile phones. They are not making phone calls. So surfing on the internet, hearing radio, watching TV videos. In the future, all those devices will become a part of our life. Gesture for navigation, not anymore with keyboard and mouse, but completely new ways of using the technology. I think the future will be that the technology will become an invisible part of our life.